How are you? I feel a little bit better today. A new day, new chances for doing things. We're gonna be trying out Dislight today. It's a sort of like RPG. I guess it kind of reminds me of Raid Shadow Legends. Um, but maybe not. The gameplay kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy X. I was watching Rich Campbell play it, and I decided to give it a try. So I didn't want to just play on my phone, so I decided, you know what? Why not stream this? So let's give it a go. It's gonna be a while before I can actually play Immortal because I gotta wait till I get paid. I get paid in July 1st. So I'll order a new PC on July 1st, and when that arrives, I'm gonna have fun setting that up. I'm probably gonna do a vlog about that. I'm probably gonna stream it on my phone, uh, and then upload that to YouTube of setting up the new PC. Not a huge deal, but it's kind of exciting. So when I get the new PC, I'm going to set it up that way. And then, but until then, I could try out some other games. Dislight looks pretty fun. Also, like, I feel a little bit better getting some sleep. I couldn't sleep till like 5 in the morning. I was having a really tough time yesterday. I really apologize for yesterday's stream. Like, I just couldn't really handle it. And, that's what happens, like I tried when I'm like really excited about a game and I can't even play it. That's what happens. And it's not anybody's fault. These are new games. These are alpha, that's an alpha release. Okay. I don't expect them to be like, have like full like server running, full matchmaking, everything like that. I don't expect any of that, but at the very least, like, I wish I had a computer that could run it, and that's my fault. So, that's not the developer's fault. That's not Sunspear Games' fault. They're amazing developers, amazing community. I have had a good experience in the Discord so far. They've taken my criticism very humbly, and I try to come from a place of objectivity when I give my feedback. As a playtester. So, that's my experience as a playtester, is that I can't even play it. And so it's like, like maybe they'll, there's two things. I can get a new PC, but maybe they'll do an update by the time I get a new PC. So not only will I get a new PC and it'll run better, but maybe the game itself will run better server side by then. Who knows? Anything can happen. Lots of different things happen during during an alpha. Hey Zentiv, we're gonna give this game a try. I hope you're excited. I've never played it before. Oh, I played it for like a few minutes. Got past like a little bit. I don't know how long the tutorial actually is, but I kind of got a little bit into the tutorial. It looked really fun. I was watching Rich Campbell play it. Just very like nice graphics, feels good. I mean, obviously the tutorial, maybe it gets more advanced as time goes on. It seems like one of those games that you just play on the toilet, It's nothing wrong with that. It's really fun, I don't personally play games on the toilet. When I go poop, I really put all my focus into it. That's the way I do things. When I put 100% of myself into everything that I do. So, that's a double-edged sword, because that means that, when I'm upset, I put 100% into being upset, which is really frustrating. So yeah, let's load up the game. I hopefully can get it to run. Because like the graphics settings apparently weren't perfect, so hopefully we won't rage quit again because of computer problems. Getting really sick of computer problems. I mean, my phone can run it. I don't know I mean, there's probably a way to stream my phone, so I could just play it here like it's a mouse. And watch it over here. Like, I could do that. We'll see which one's better. When I Googled it for PC, it opened up BlueStacks. So I don't know if BlueStacks or some kind of like screen share to my over the network or something like that. Either way, we're going to look into that and get the game running today no matter what. We're going to try our best. We're going to try to get the game running. We're going to try to have some fun. And I'm probably going to be an idiot and make really stupid jokes, boomer jokes, because I'm an old lady, okay? And so, if I don't like something about the game, maybe you're from a younger generation, the younger generation, you probably think differently than me. Just remember, I'm an old lady. I come from days of playing games like the original, like NES games, so I think of games differently. Games today are a little bit different. They're a lot more streamlined. A lot of them are based on like kind of loot box mechanics. That can be a good or a bad thing. In some games, I think it's really ethical. In some games, I think it's unethical. Obviously, Diablo Immortal, giving a bad name to IGP. Freaking Quinn69, like $25,000 just to get a 5-star, Like, it's like, that's the game. It's almost like Blizzard designed Diablo Immortal just for the streamers. They didn't actually design it for players. But what's sad, though, is that people will play it and put money into it. So I kind of like what Asmon was doing. I don't like Ted Cruz. I generally don't like Republicans. But, I think the bad attitude to have is that you hate someone just because, you hate, the whole thing about, like, banning children from playing, lottery mechanics, gotcha games. Or at least limiting access to it, like putting a spending cap on it or something like that. There's got to be some kind of solution. I agree with that. That's a conservative issue. Conservative issues don't necessarily mean they're bad. And I've been trying to learn that for a while, and I'm starting to. Listening to Asmon, he was able to contact Ted Cruz. And just seeing Asmon, like, I actually, like, saw him start to, like, tear up, like actually looking at like, wow, like I actually did something and it actually had an impact. Like he actually got to Ted Cruz. Now I don't like Ted Cruz because of his like, the other issues like with anti-LGBTQ, especially like anti-trans stuff, but that's a separate issue. And obviously I would rather have somebody who ran for more, kind of had more balanced approach to their office instead of like really going in there in an agenda against demographics. But as far as like values go, like individual things go, conservative values only mean that you take away that you limit people a little bit, because just like if you're too liberal, if you just allow it to be like a Wild West, people will literally make games like Diablo Immortal and they will never be stopped. They will just target kids, get them addicted as soon as possible, and then get them to like spend money for the rest of their lives on their games and going gambling and all sorts of stuff. Now, that's a completely different ethical issue. I don't think there's anything wrong with the streamers who do that. I don't think there's anything wrong with, obviously there's an ethical way and an unethical way to do it. That's up to the individual, but as long as Twitch allows it, that's simply how it is. If Twitch changes I do think Twitch should change the rules about slots, that there should be some kind of limits, not just like, only certain companies that are more ethical that allow daily spending limits or something like that. I do think there should be daily spending limits or like monthly spending limits, because people spend like $20,000 a month. That's wrong. Okay. That's $20,000 going to some company for a game on your phone. That is destroying lives. Okay. Like, like that there needs to be some kind of monthly cap. Okay. You go too liberal with business. Like you allow people to just do whatever they want, they're going to put $0 an hour as their minimum wage. If you, the reason why we have a minimum wage is people say it's because of progressives, but progressives is really just moving forward. But conservative values are more like, then there's conservative versus liberal. Progressive does not mean the same thing as liberal. Progressive can be both liberal and conservative. So it's like, liberal values sometimes are really good. Like everybody should have access to a free public library, right? Like we have public libraries. That's a liberal policy. Like free, like running water, bathrooms in public, etc. We have all these kind of like more liberal programs. Now the wrong kind of liberal programs are the ones that are going against like really niche things. I do think there should be limits, although there are exceptions, obviously, like with things that are proven by medical science, such as like trans healthcare, etc. Like if you're denying science, you're already in the wrong. So that's what all the Republicans are doing. That's why I don't support Republicans. However, if all the Republicans started championing all the issues that all the progressives are doing, instead of the traditional conservatives who just want to go back to the 1600s and like burning witches, burning women at the stake, claiming they're witches. That's kind of what they want. That's the bad kind of conservatism. The good kind of conservatism is when you say, you know what? I think that, businesses have way too much power. That we're way too liberal with our business practices. So maybe, I agree with Ted Cruz on that and Asman. However, I don't agree with issues where they try to take away proven medically proven peer-reviewed across multiple health organizations, dozens and dozens and dozens of studies, hundreds of studies, thousands of studies across decades, even more as time goes on, denying facts. That's different. I think there's probably a lot more data involved in an issue like lottery loot box mechanics in video games. I think there's a lot more data on that. I generally, sometimes I disagree with Asman's, commentary about certain things. I don't like saying the word take, because someone, this is a hot take. I don't know, it's kind of colloquial, but at the same time, I like to think of it as commentary and more than just, more than just some kind of react. Because people say, oh, you don't like React content, it's lazy content. It's it's not really lazy. I mean, if you're doing high quality React, if you're just sitting there just going, calling out Mizkif. Just kidding. Hey, give them all a break. They work 2,000 hours a day. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know why people are so demanding of streamers. They're literally doing, you literally just sitting there on your phone or your computer watching, let them do their job. It's harder than it looks. Why don't you go start streaming if you think it's so easy? I've been streaming for 3 years. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not easy. Even, it's not even about viewers. It's just the act of streaming is hard, even with 0 viewers. And I can only imagine it just gets even harder. Maybe it gets easier with more, because then it's I don't have to pay attention as much. I can just do my thing and kind of just look at the most important chat. I don't know. Either way, we'll see how that goes as time goes on, as I do other stuff and continue. I have been growing over the past 3 years. Very small. It's very small. You start at 0, and 0 to 10 is 0 to 3 is the hardest. I usually get 0 average viewers. It's if I could get 3 average viewers, that'd be a huge step. 10 average viewers, 50 average viewers. 100. But that's different. It's I have a multi-platform approach to that, multi-strategy approach, multi-campaign approach. Multiple types of content, multiple strategies. I hope that I can figure out something that works. But until then, we're just gonna try to do our best to enjoy things and not stress out so hard, because there's no guarantees of anything. So it kind of makes it a little easier. It kind of makes it more like rolling the dice, kind of like loot box mechanics. And so I like the idea of being able to grind the game and then getting the loot box, but there's a difference. Diablo Immortal, if you only grind, you basically get nothing. So I think there should be limits on loot boxes, at the government level. It's ridiculous. Freedom of speech can only go so far. Elon Musk, I completely disagree with him. And I almost think that he's setting himself up as a straw man on purpose. Although maybe I'm giving him too much credit. He's super anti-LGBTQ. Nobody calls, I'm tired of people thinking that woke is a thing. The only people who say woke is a thing are people who say that people are woke. So it's when Elon Musk starts saying oh, this woke culture needs to, we need to let everybody say what they want. But then you get people who are we need to rally up people in a video game and, get all those pride people in a video game and video game them. People actually say that. They route people with large amounts of followers, thousands and thousands of followers, possibly tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of followers. Imagine if you have a person who has 1 million followers who says, we need to go to a pride event and round everybody up and video game them. Okay, that's not okay. That's not free speech. Okay, that's a crime. Okay, we don't have freedom of speech in 100% freedom of speech in public. Why should we have 100% freedom of speech on the internet? Because the internet is public. It is a part of our lives, just like the real world is. And I almost want to give Elon the benefit of the doubt that he's just batshit insane, because he's trying to get in outer space, and he's doing a lot of good for humanity. And I think that's good no matter what. No matter what his intentions are, if he benefits humanity, I think that doesn't matter. And I think that the best way moving forward is that if somebody disagrees with you, doesn't mean you just like completely disregard every single thing they say just because you don't like them. Like for real, if Trump like was like championing LGBTQ and trying to get like healthcare for everybody, I would have voted for Trump if that were the case. But that's not the case. He's a fucking like piece of shit who just did all sorts of bullshit. So but you know, just like Ted Cruz, like this particular issue. However, that doesn't mean you should vote for someone just because they have one issue that you support, because you have to look at the whole picture and what their agenda is and what they're truly trying to accomplish. And what people like Ted Cruz are trying to accomplish is the genocide of LGBTQ people. And that's not even a hyperbole. Like, people think it's a hyperbole. They're like, oh, there's like all those trans people freaking out on the internet. It's like, okay, well, here's the evidence. Here's the receipts. Okay, and you know, Hassan freaking like, you know, one of the few people, you know, there's few people on the internet who truly I feel like there's a few people who truly understand what we're going through. You know, like it's very hard for a cis person, I think, to understand what we're going through. And like Hassan, like he's just dived into the subject so much and talked about it so much. You know, Hassan, Vosh, and Destiny, most important political pundits of our time, I think. The greatest gurus of our time. Okay, no, they're not gurus. They're just people, okay? Nobody's a guru. Anybody who claims to be a guru, you should run the fuck away from those people. They're trying to sell you something, or they're a crackpot trying to start a cult, okay? Like anybody claiming to be a guru is trying to sell their book. Seriously. Now maybe you can learn something from them, but just be wary. Like, anybody who calls themselves something like that, you know, like, you got to be careful. I say it as a joke, but certain people don't like hearing that, so it's like I don't say that as a joke anymore. But well, that person knows who they are. Okay, so is the game gonna load? Let's see if the game can load. Ooh, is it gonna load? Is it gonna load? Is it gonna load? For best experience, use headphones. What the heck? And it crashed. Yet again, my crappy PC strikes again. Frustrating as hell. Trying to play a game. Trying to have a fun stream. Trying to just create an environment for myself where I can just kind of be myself and just relax, play a game if I want to, talk if I want to. But no! My PC can't even handle like a simple mobile game. Frustrating as hell. Really wish I had a new PC. What are we doing over here? Trying to get BlueStacks to work. It's kind of like I guess it's, for now, it's a study stream. Because we need to get BlueStacks to work. And it's like I'm trying to get it to work. Okay, so performance. Let's try DirectX. Maybe switch this to, because this was, let's just disable that. Or maybe, yeah, let's do DirectX and then performance, okay? Although maybe it switched to compatibility mode instead for this game, because last time I started it, it said it needs to like apply changes in order to start. So maybe. You got a potato PC? Yeah, it's a potato PC. It's like $400. And it has like a GT, it has like an NVIDIA GT like 710. It's really kind of frustrating, you know, but it's good for like it's good for like chess and stuff, or just you know just streaming, like just chatting and stuff, but not really any games. Let's see. Oops. Let's just set the crop really quick, because it's a vertical game, so I need to set the crop. Set the crop! Release the Kraken! What the fuck? Legion 5 Pro RTX 3070? Oh my god. What are your type of games? Everything, really. I'll play anything. Unless it costs, like, a ton of money. Like, I'll play any free game. At least I'll try it out. I'm pretty patient. Like, I get tilted on my stream for like real life reasons, and I try to avoid those, and video games are a good avoidance. But I'm not avoiding my life, obviously. You know, if you're new to my stream, like I've been really covering my mental health journey over the past 3 years, and my transition and all sorts of stuff. And you know, I'm actually like looking forward, and I think it's approaching at some point to a day where I don't even have to mention the fact that I'm trans, where it doesn't matter, where people just accept, you know, like things like that, where I don't have to like define myself by my medical history. You know what I mean? And by my, you know, by the fact that I was assigned a certain gender at birth instead of, you know, I had to go through a medical history and a social adjust. You know, like why does that have to define me? I hope that we can get to a day like that sometime. Pepsi Man, Pepsi Man, Pepsi Man. Let me come blue, red, and white circles at you. I'm Pepsi Man. Drink Pepsi. Pepsi Man. People should just mind their own business. Yeah, exactly. And it's not even about that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about personally, like I can't wait for a day where I don't feel like I have to. You know what I mean? Where it's just, you know, I just accept, you know, hey, I'm me. And it's getting there. I've been feeling a lot better, a lot more like that as time has gone on. And especially after I got the first of 3 surgeries, the orchiectomy, then facial feminization coming November, or bottom surgery. I've been on a 2-year wait list since February. It should happen next summer, according to the doctor. And every single step, like after the orchiectomy, I felt such a huge relief. I'm like, wow, this is actually happening. This can actually be real. Like, I don't have to like, you know, worry. Like things are, and because I was worried that like, what if it doesn't really help? You know, like, but it is. It's very, very, very helpful. I think there's always a worry when you're like transitioning that like, you know, because, you know, getting bottom surgery or getting any kind of treatment or surgery does not guarantee the alleviating, you know, gender dysphoria. That's something that's not pay to win. You know, like there's certain things in life that are just not pay to win. And one of those things is mental health. Mental health is probably the most grindiest RPG you'll ever play. Here, you know, instead, let me do it this way. Let me do it this way. Okay, you'll see what I'm doing here. Oh, you know, how about we do it that way? You guys like that? How much does the whole process cost? I'm living in poverty, so it costs me nothing. They're paying for it with Medi-Cal partnership. They have a lot of funding for. They have a huge trans fund. They have a very huge trans fund. I almost think Hassan donates to it. I mean, he lives in California. Holy shit! Do I owe Hassan my treatment? Well, if that's the case, thank you so much, Hassan. Thank you for paying for my life-saving procedures. And if it's not Hassan, then I thank whoever is supplying that kind of money, whether it's the state or whether it's private. You know, like, who knows? I don't know all this stuff, okay? But I would think, like, if there's anybody who could do something like that, it's probably Hassan. So, if that's the case, thank you for saving my life, Hassan. I owe you my life. Anyway, yeah, I think this is a good setup for mobile games. I could just put the phone on the left. I mean, on the right. It's on my left. Well, I mean, on the screen, it's on my it's to the right. But if I was looking this way, it would be on my left. Okay. Yeah, there's something going on with this. Doesn't seem to want to work right. Like, what is going on? When I full screen, it doesn't really work too great. How about I just do that? Huh. There's we goes. How much is... Oh, you already asked that. Okay, let's, Well, I thought What happened to the game? I thought I installed it. Did it reset the entire library? Oh, there it is. Yeah, let's just see if it works right. Should be better now, I think. I think it's the full screen that was the problem. All right. Okay. Oh. Well, maybe I do need to do compatibility. Oh, it's OpenGL. That's why. It needs to be OpenGL. Farlight Games. Oh, I do have to do compatibility, unfortunately. Can't have max performance. I guess it has to be interfaced. Let's... Tweaking settings until it works. You know, the very, very sophisticated approach to problem solving technical problems and on PCs. Just keep doing stuff until it works. Like, don't even like, I mean, Google stuff first, obviously. If there's a solution already, you should look for that first. Don't be a help vampire. And don't ask to ask. You're like, oh, is anybody here to answer a question of mine? Just ask the question. They're probably not going to see it for like another 2 hours. Unsupported texture format. It didn't say that last time, did it? I guess I do need to have... Oh, never mind. Discard changes. Okay. We're gonna oh shit. We're gonna skip storyline. I don't want to really do that. Also, I don't want to spoil for the people who want to do it on their own. I just want to just chill and play the game, have some fun, you know. Just have something that's distracting. Not really like taking, you know, not really trying to play something serious, just trying to play a silly mobile game. Oh, I do need the textures. Okay, yeah, this is not going to work without the textures. Yeah, it's not going to work there. So how do I just quickly restart? Oh, there we just change the setting and save. That'll restart. That's the quickest way to restart the app. Bam ba bam ba bee. Ba ba bee ba bee ba boo ba bo. Ba bee ba bee ba bee bo bee bo. Okay, let's play Diablo Light. No, this is not Diablo. Okay. This is Dislight. And did I even have sound playing? It's a very music-oriented game. It's about like, so from what I understand so far, it's about like basically it's like rock musicians, but it's like it kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy X, or probably more like Final Fantasy X-2, if I would like actually be more
mankind were the unquestioned rulers of this
more accurate about it.
It wasn't until the day the miracle arrived.
I'm gonna tell you right now, it runs way better on my phone. So. Yeah, this is not working. Maybe it should be no, maybe it should be DirectX. And auto. Let's just do auto, okay? How much? Oh. And it crashed. Let's load it again. Hmm. Pepsi Man. I got the hunch for much. Oh. Oh, maybe I should change the maybe I should lower the graphic settings. Here we go. That also helps. The resolution. But yeah, there is a thing there is a thing like about the whole thing is like who gives a fuck about that shit? People should just mind their own business, you do you. Obviously that's the case, and for the most part that's actually true. Like for the most part, most people don't really like no, most people are they kind of have like opinions about like, you know, sports and stuff like that, but those are usually the same kind of opinions most people have, and I wish it wasn't the case because in this case it really affects people on a large scale. And I think people are starting to get that. They're hearing trans people's stories because people like me you know, come forward and are like telling our stories. And for me, there's only so much I can do in this life. At the very least, I can, you know, there's only so many things I can control. And one of the things I can control is for the past 3 years, I've been documenting my transition from a personal standpoint, from the, you know, like on camera, like in the context of streaming, you know, whether it's just chatting or gaming. You know, like that's a unique thing that I think adds value to the world, regardless of whether I have 0 viewers or 1 million. Hopefully I can grow as a streamer, but that's, you know, that's something completely different. Like I have multiple reasons why I stream. The main reason I stream is because I want to document my life in a way that's never really been done before. There are trans people there are trans streamers, but I don't think they really, and I don't blame them. I don't think they talk about trans issues a lot. Some do, but I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I feel like at least I add to the pile, right? There's only so many of us. There's like 1% of us, you know, and so it's like it's really like, you know, I can do my part for science, you know, give myself at least, you know, regardless of whatever happens as a career standpoint. That's something different. You know, that's something I don't really have like 100% control over. You know, I could do my best to like try to, you know, curry things in my favor, but in the end of the day, like a lot of that stuff is really just not not something I can really control. Okay, let's just see if that makes it work. Put things on auto. Hey, Bart dude. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the way the future is looking. Not just for LGBTQ, but for everyone, really. I think everybody can win. I feel like you know, it's not a zero-sum game. We can have a life where everybody can be happy. Everybody can you know, do the things that, you know, pursue the things in life that makes them the best versions of themselves. And I really do think we're approaching that world, but there's a lot of people who want to go back to the way things were. And so those people, you know, whether you agree with some of their positions or not, I think it's important that we kind of stand in solidarity against anybody who pushes anti-human rights, anybody who pushes like anti-LGBTQ. It's one thing, you know, the whole thing, like, because like Destiny got banned, I think unfairly. I think he shouldn't have been unbanned from Twitch because he was talking about important issues. And I think that's the first step, is we need to be able to talk about important issues without you know, offending, without people like getting offended and like banning people just because they don't want to talk about the topic. If we talk about the topic, that means that we can move forward. It means that we can educate people. The more we educate people about, you know, certain issues. Game crashed again. Oh, maybe I have too much RAM. No, so let me go back to the lower RAM. Maybe that was the problem. I really don't have too much RAM on this machine. Like 8 gigabytes only. I really want to get like a 32 to 64 gigabyte computer. Well, hopefully it has the same, the motherboard of, hopefully the motherboard, Oh, oops. I need to set the FPS again. For some reason it reset to 60. Thought I had it at 30. Oh no, I do have it at 30. And yeah, I am seeing that. So it's not really about that, because people, even Republicans, like most Republicans are like, yeah, you know, trans people are, you know, just people. And it's becoming more like that every day. It's the extreme people who are very loud about it. And obviously the more people understand that, like, we need to like limit the amount of people those people begin to radicalize. Because a lot of these people, you know, they really like have unfettered access to radicalizing people. Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. And some people just, they have knee-jerk reactions to ideas without really looking at the implications of the bigger picture, including myself. But at the same time, I feel like people are starting to break out of that. And it's because of people like me. Not necessarily me, but people like me. People who are able to put ourselves out on the internet and not log off just because somebody hate raids us. Okay? And I don't expect anybody to have to put up with that. I don't think anybody should have to put up with that. But at the same time, that's just how it is. No matter what your demographic on Twitch or anything on the internet. If you're on Twitter or you Twitch or YouTube or anywhere, you're going to get, especially if you're really like public about your life and very public about, you know, you're like a broadcaster or you're like a content creator of any kind. People are going to try to tear you down. That's just normal. There's an extra layer if you're from a, you know, like an at-risk demographic. Gotta stay hydrated. Really warm out today. And it crashed. Didn't even restart, apparently. So frustrating. Potato PC. Hunch for much. I always got hunches. I almost think that you named yourself after me. Cause I got hunches for munches. Oh, hunch for munch. Hunch for munch. Work, damn it! Work, damn it! Work, damn it! Wish the game would work. I mean, I wish my computer would work. Now I can't even open BlueStacks. I wonder if I could just stream. What if you could just stream your phone directly to OBS? Can I do that? Let me Google it. Okay. Um, Android. Stream game to OBS. Window cap. No, that's window capture. How to stream. How to capture iPhone Android screen for free. Streaming camera. That's camera. How can I stream live mobile games? Install an app. Mobile streaming. Mobcrush. Hey, I've seen this guy. This guy's pretty cool. Yeah, Mobcrush. Oh, was my phone even charging? Oh God, it wasn't even plugged in. That's kind of. Just do like a freaking thing like that. Okay, so we're gonna try a different strategy here. I'm gonna try playing it from my phone. I can just replace it with a mouse. Like I'll put it where my mouse is, and I guess I can. Better to plug it in over here then. Oh, oops. Oh shit. There we go. Phone's plugged in. I could use it like a mouse if it works. So I got Mobcrush live stream. If I can go directly to OBS, it'll probably use a lot less resources. Resources. What? It won't let me enable. Oh, it's all. Maybe it's already enabled. Oh, I guess I have to allow it. Google Play Services. Okay. I don't know what's. It says like we need your permission, and it's like won't even let me do screen cap. It says enable, but it's grayed out. Oh, come on. Why won't it? Come on.
Looking to stream your mobile games to platform, it's going to ask you some games here. So make your control center here by now. There's one very important to you how to do Fortnite mobile. So I'm rock and roll. We're going to go to the top left hand corner up. It's going to ask in Mobcrush. I'm going to show you all the things to populate App Store. Downloaded it. So I'm just going to it's going to ask it's going to first open up Mobcrush. It's going to ask you some simple login information. You can log in through a variety of different ways, for instance, like Twitter, but just create an account and it's simple. And we're only going to concentrate on the mobile side of this. If you're interested in streaming with their desktop version, I will put a link in the description below so you can check it out. When you're all good and logged in and ready to rock and roll, we're going to go to the top left-hand corner up here for more options. And you want to be looking for
never mind.
Option here.
Oh God. This only works at
platforms at the top that they
it won't let me do
stream to Mobcrush, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch.
it won't let me just stream to my computer.
For each one of these, you will
Okay, I think this is the wrong app. This is if you just wanted stream directly like just your phone. That's not what I want. I just want to stream my game to my desktop. Stream mobile game to PC desktop. HDMI cable. This one doesn't connect that way. There's no HDMI slot on this thing. What the heck? Oh, Visor. Download Visor. I probably got to get the app. Unless it's just connected via USB. Who knows? We'll see when we load it. A window to your phone. Yeah, I think this will be the format for mobile games. It's basically full screen, but like you see my phone on the side. I feel like that's better. Unless it's widescreen. If it's widescreen, I go to the main, like it's a desktop game. But I feel like if it's a vertical game, it's almost like, hey, like, check out this part of the screen. You know, it's like, I feel like that works a little bit better. For my setup, at least. The way I like it. That changes sometimes. My stream setup constantly changes, it seems. Although I've gotten, like, more locked in as time goes on. Takes a while, you know? Yeah, trying to get my a way to stream the game. Got to stay hydrated. What is going on? Why is it not loading? Open. Let me do a headstand. Oh, I gotta get FFmpeg. Oh, or was that something else? Never mind. Okay, well, let's see what's going on here. Allow access. Network. Oh, can I just connect it directly? That would be ideal because then it would charge it while I play it. Now here's my USB, USB-C and USB-A, or whatever. Because the other one that came, the cord that it came with was USB-C to USB-C. So I wonder if, bum bum bum, bum bum bum, bum bum bum, bum bum bum. If I could take off this little twisty tie. Twist it. Don't get it twisted, you guys. Time for the other one. We got it. Yeah, a super long USB-C cable. I really like it. I ordered 3 of them. Okay. Now let's see if this connects the phone. Oh, shit. Oh, Visor share link. Mm. Oh, thank you, Normandy. We're just trying to get this started. I need to install Visor so I can stream the game from my phone. I tried using BlueStacks, but it was just not really working. So we're gonna I need to book up a little bit. So let's get some music playing while we're waiting, because that's it's really kind of awkward without it. Because I'm awkward. I would rather do a direct connection. Oh, there we go. Oh, no, never mind. Okay, so it has to be over the network. Android. Connect to Visor. Mm. Find devices. I need to not show that, I think. Okay. I need to look up my IP address for the phone. Okay. Oh, here we go. Found it. Android USB debugging. Universal ADB drivers. That's what I needed. I need drivers. When in doubt, install drivers. Ever dye it? I've dyed it. It's actually like I'm in the. It's still technically somewhat the color I dyed it. Interestingly enough, like this color it's somewhat the color, although it's been coming more my natural color over time. I actually like my hair. Sometimes I go periods of like letting it be natural kind of like light, like dark, like it's like super light brunette. But sometimes I go darker, and sometimes I did. At some point, I might try like doing like red and black, or like blue and black, and stuff like that. You know, like I actually had my hair black for a while, but it was actually super dark purple. It wasn't actually black. That was kind of interesting. Okay, we're installing these drivers, and then we'll be able to hopefully play the game. And you know, from our phone. Universal ADB driver is being installed. Armored Core. I remember that game came out. I'm a boomer. Boomer games. Please wait, it says. I don't want to wait. What is going on with this? I guess it's just gonna take some time. Yeah. Well. At least I can get the app installed on the phone. Oh, maybe that's what I needed to do. All right, so I will BRB. We're trying to get this installed. So here we go. Starting to make some progress with that. You're back. I'm back. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm muted. I know. I didn't know, actually. Thank you. Trying to get this, trying to connect my phone, so that I can actually use my, stream my phone to my computer. So we can stream the game. Because, we're gonna be trying out Dislight. Looks like kind of a nice, distracting kind of game. Kind of just fun looking game. Just kind of, something you play while you're just kind of like on the bus or something, I guess. Okay, now I have to open Visor Desktop. Okay. Restart Visor. Once we get it going, hopefully it works, and then we'll be good to go. Oh, I have to click on Connect Network or Share Device. There we go. Got it. Pairing confirmation? Oh. Aha! Making some progress. Now, what about the sound? Oh, no! Well, I guess we can listen to our own music. It's fine. Or... music's like the best part. I gotta get Visor Pro? That's bullshit. Just to get the sound? That's ridiculous. But at least we got it working, so that's a huge plus. We made progress. Yeah, that's cool. But there's no sound. So how am I going to get the sound to connect? I wonder if I could use a free tool. Get audio from phone to PC. Settings device, Bluetooth, not device, available, suitable device, make sure to name of phone. Okay. Settings device connectivity to our device on available screen.
The stress was being This dress was very expensive.
There's Let's View.
Hey, watch it.
Well, let's try this one because it looks like Visor. It might be better, but it might not.
Hey, watch it. This dress was very expensive.
Hey, watch it. This dress was very expensive.
Hey, watch it. This dress was very
Hey, watch it. This dress was very expensive.
Hey, watch it. This dress was very expensive.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
Hey, watch it. This dress was very expensive. Hey, watch it. This dress was very expensive.
Oh, oops.
Hey, watch it. This dress was very expensive.
Now how, like, does Visor hide pop-ups? I wonder if the settings in the phone. Because I don't want this, I don't want, like, my private, DMs, showing up on my stream. I don't want to dox people if they send me a text or something. You know, I would think that they would have, you know, planned for that. With an app like that. Wait, what happened to the... Oh, oh. Visor and settings in the desktop app. Okay. Oops. Oh, okay, so it's actually better. I don't want to send it to the desktop, and it's already off by default. That's good. Okay, so it's already off by default. The heck? Ugh. What is going on here? Um, Okay.
Once upon a time, mankind were the unquestioned rulers of this world. It wasn't until the day of the miracle arrived that everything changed. The divine power spread across the land like wildfire, bestowing magnificent abilities to the chosen ones. In its wake, unimaginable death and destruction was left. Hey, watch it. This dress was very expensive. 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 Hey, watch it. This dress was very expensive.
Okay.
Hey, watch it. This dress was very expensive.
The thing about the music though. Should I just get pro? Fuck.
Hey, watch it. This dress was very
God
expensive.
damn it.
Hey, watch it. This dress was very expensive. Hey, watch it. This dress was very expensive.
It's only like $250 a month.
This dress
Or $10 annually? $40 lifetime? Jesus Christ. Yeah, let's just get a lifetime here.
dress was
I could also then have better graphics.
this dress was very
It's not that much money either. I got money. It's fine.
Hey, watch it. This dress was very expensive.
What? Okay, there we go.
Hey, watch it.
Okay,
Dress
so
was very
now
expensive.
all right, we got a daily gift. Okay. Now, what about sound? There we go. You guys got the music. We're good to go. Nice. Okay, common currency used. Okay. So I got my daily gift. Here, Chronos. Ritual Miracle. Okay. Click on it. Why don't we try level 1 difficulty first? Yeah, I got a squad going on. Okay, now we got it ready to fight. Okay, I like to boost attack first because I got my bard. Your main character is a bard. It looks like. Okay, let's attack all 3. This attacks all.
Not an arrow wasted.
I guess. And then I don't know what she does yet. No. Heals a teammate. That's good. She's a healer. The downfall attacks an enemy twice. And it reduces their AP. I don't want to use that because these are almost dead. So just doing a regular attack. I think I might need to Okay, so now I don't really want to do this move. This one attacks like just do regular attacks for the rest of this. What happens when I do, what the heck is that? Oh, here we go. That's why. Why does it suddenly like... Oh, because I had F11, that's why. I guess. Looks good, right? I think so. Maybe move the logos a little bit up. Okay, it seems a little bit smoother. Oh, no, I got that little teeny. Okay, so now I think I can do some AoE here. That's what I'm... Okay, so one... Okay, so with this AoE hit, I think it's gonna hit... It's gonna kill that one. Yep. And here we go. I don't really need to do healing, but... Oh, never mind. It wants me to do healing. Like a sliver of HP just as a tutorial. Can I also play with my phone though? I want to see. Oops. Okay. How do I open up the, I want to open up the top left. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, I can play from my phone. That's cool. If I really want to, I can just play with my phone, like over here. Energy, energy, energy. Oops, I don't need to use that. Why am I using that? What the heck?
Warning, and get ready.
Uh-oh. I love the music. Love this music. Okay. Advent of the Goddess deals damage equal to 250% of attack. This is the boss. I think I attack those things on the side. Okay, let's do an AoE. 666 damage. Okay, so what does this one do? Downfall. Okay. Okay, let's start the blue one, I guess. Okay, so it's like Final Fantasy X in the sense that you could actually like see the turn order. I like that. This is basically Final Fantasy X, but like kind of simplified a little bit, but maybe not, because I mean, I don't know, it is a little simplified, but there might be, but there's a lot of characters, so you can do like all sorts of stuff like that. Love it. Love the energy of this game. Okay, so now I think let's attack this one. No, let's attack this one, but then use this one does, it's a link. Okay, it locks on the enemy and selects another at random. Doing damage to both equal to 160% of attack, inflicting link for 2 turns. So now what we're gonna do, hopefully it gets the other crystal. Yeah, it did. Yeah, Final Fantasy X, one of my favorite games for sure. And this kind of reminds me of it, so it's kind of cool. I think I finally found a mobile game besides Genshin Impact that, like this and Genshin Impact, good mobile games I think that I could have, you know, for like when I'm traveling and such, or streaming like I am right now. But Genshin Impact I can play on PC. This one's mobile, so I got it only, so it's like, gotta use my phone. I could use my mouse, but I kind of like the idea of just like showcasing that I'm on my phone, you know what I mean? Like, and I feel like I can move around a little bit more, which is like the way I run my stream. I really like to be able to be active. I like to be able to like be like animated and all that kind of stuff. Because I'm a dancing girl, okay? A working girl. No, I'm not a working girl, but I am a working girl, yeah. That one works. That one. This lady is delusional. Streaming a mobile game. What the heck? Okay, I need to do some healing. Oh, she's like stunned or something. I don't know what's going on. Okay, let's do the attack. Oh no! Oh no! Okay. Oh shit. Oh no. No. Let's retry. Okay, this I can be a little bit more strategic this time. Okay, so now 3 turns, I should be okay by then. Okay, so now I don't need to heal right now, but I need to save that. That's a 5-turn cooldown. Yeah, I'll save that for the boss. And that's just a regular attack. By the way. Okay, so now we have some other enemies, so... Yeah, 4 turns. And it freezes for 1 turn. 4 turns I think is good enough to save that. Because I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to buff after, like, by the time it gets to the boss. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use, Advent of the Goddess on the center unit. Okay, I can do some AoE damage here. Okay, and then of course, 3 turns, okay. Okay, now here. I think 5 turns might be good enough for her. Okay, now here's some real damage. And do regular attack. Which one will die first? Left? Oh no, these are AoE. Oh no, it's not AoE. Save my Lunar Hail. Do a regular attack on left. Okay, Lunar Hail, of course, save regular melee. I mean, regular attack.
Warning. And get
Uh-oh.
ready for the battle.
We're at the boss again, so hopefully we can be a little bit more strategic this time. We can actually win. Okay? Holy shit, those graphics. Good graphics. Good graphics. You can't tell, really. Okay, so now I'm gonna use my little rock and roll ability. Boost attack. Okay, at this point, let's do some linking action here. Okay, and it links to the boss. Uh-oh, I need to heal her next. Okay, let's do some healing. Focus on that character. I don't know all the names of the characters I have yet, so bear with me, okay? Like, and then this. Yeah, let's kill this thing first. I think they're probably giving it energy. I think if I have a theory that if I kill these things, it'll take away power from the boss. Because I don't want it to do crazy attacks on me like it did before. Maybe it takes away some of its abilities. I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, AoE. And I have 3 turns before I get a heal, so let's attack. That guy's a heavy damage dealer. Regular attack. Regular attack. Oh, wow, now he's dead. Holy crap. Are we gonna die again? I might have to like enhance my relics. But we might make it. We might make it. Okay, we might make it. We might not actually die here. Okay. Now it's up to that character. I don't think I can revive. Oh no. I think I'm gonna have to do some upgrades in order to finish this. What is this? Oh, I can look at the whole thing. Detailed settings. Battle settings. Manual boss battles? What? Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. Okay, so this restores HP. That's good. Mona. Mona Artemis. 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 Oh, I'm defeated. Yeah, let's level up.
They're in range.
Relics. Okay, upgrade relics. Enhance or replace. Oh yeah, I have all this. What's the currency called? S for training. What is it called though? Oh, it's called gold. Okay. I have plenty of gold. Just keep enhancing. Let's get everything to level 3 for now before I do any further ones. I want to keep like a balanced team.
We're here to do one thing, and that's
Oh, like I need him for real.
We
Like,
organize that afternoon tea.
yeah, Drew should probably. Oh, he doesn't even have a relic. Yeah, he needs more attack. He's a really strong DD. I want to max it on that. So let's actually just like auto enhance it. All right, we're gonna win Mega Millions. Insufficient gold. We better put thousands of dollars into the game. Okay. Well, he's got some attack now. Look at that. Plus 99.
They're in range.
Compared to her, plus 39. 308 attack.
What would you like me to? They're in. We're here to do
266
one thing,
attack.
and that's to win.
244. She actually has more attack
We're
than
here to
him.
do one thing, and that's to win.
Bryn.
What would you like me to cover in our next edition?
Yeah, she's more of a, like, I guess she has resistance? That's same
We
resistance.
organize that afternoon tea.
Higher
What would you like me
HP.
to cover in our next
Yeah, she has a lot higher HP.
What would you like me to cover in our next edition?
What's she packing in there? I wonder what she's got in there.
Watch it. This dress was very expensive.
Love, or the fear of losing it?
This guy needs to go through a growth spurt. I don't think he is. So I think he's perfect. He's, you know, don't make fun of his height. That's probably a bad idea.
If you had a penny
Arrows.
for all your ideas, you'd be rich.
Or I guess them. I don't even know if this is, if that person's, what pronouns that person uses.
If you had a penny for all
I'm
your
guessing
ideas,
that's like this
you'd
is
be
like the
rich.
non-binary character, right? Like, you know, like I don't know, it's like some kind of like cherub kind of thing with like
If
super
you had a
short
penny for all your ideas,
trans-colored
you'd be
hair.
rich.
But I think this person's non-binary, like total like they them right there vibes going on. This thing's got some kind of like Monster Zeke vibes or something. I don't know what it is. It's just a basic Experimon. I don't know what that is.
Love or the fear of losing it?
Okay,
They're in range.
growth? Advancement?
We're here to do one thing, and that's to win.
Oh, I gotta get materials. I gotta get materials for that. So, let's see if that upgrade... Oh, I got a gift.
They're in range.
Let's go. Let's do Chronos. You guys ready? Boost up attack. Lunar Hail, giving some AoE damage. Let's do a regular attack because I said so. Round 1. Fight! They always dance in fighting games, don't they? They're always like... Okay, let's go for, use that on the boss. I mean on the boss unit, not the boss. Heartbreaker does AoE damage. Hunter's Mark. Don't need it. I need to save that healing. Okay, I think I can get rid of one of these. Possibly. No, just do. Use his. It'll attack both of them. All three of them, really. I don't think I needed to use that. It did heal me. Well, it did heal Mona. Okay, do another attack boost. And here we go, I think. They're just... Like, I don't know if it's... let's focus target on the boss. And I think I can do some healing here. Already down to 66%. Look at us go. For some reason I was thinking I needed to take off the things in the front first. I mean, these are gonna get taken down with AoE as time goes on anyway, you know? What does party on Wayne mean? It means exactly that. Let Wayne party, okay? Wayne wants to party. Let Wayne party. That's all he wants to do. He just wants to go and party. Let him. Party on Garth. Party on Wayne and party on Garth. Cause it's Wayne's World. Wayne's World. Party time. Excellent. How are you doing? I'm good. I got whatever this game is called, Dislight. I got Dislight running. I got like Visor running, so I can do mobile games on my my stream, which is the first time I've done mobile games on my stream. I've never been able to get it to work before. Finally got a phone, an Android phone that actually works. iPhone was like really weird, and I don't really like. I think Android phones like usually more kind of general. I think it's just like more compatible. Like I don't know. Too bad I don't have my healing there. Okay, so now I can do some real damage. Oh no, I should have attacked the side ones. I could have attacked all three. Knowing how that move works is kind of. I guess you have to attack the front first, and then it'll attack everything else. So I need to remember that. Oof, those things do some AoE damage, I guess. This guy does so much more damage though. Funny how we default to like calling like we say like, oh, I'm on my last guy, like when you're playing Mario or something like that. It's kind of funny in my opinion. KO! Nice, we won.
Like my program?
What did I get? Ah! 3-star items! Let's go. I only had 2-star items. That's an upgrade. But you have a PP? Yeah, and I put it in my mouth before. If you could put yours in your mouth, would you? If you could put your wiener in your mouth, would you? I already tried. I already did. When I was a kid. When I was like younger. When I was a kid. And then as an adult. But I wouldn't recommend it. You need it's very specific. Very specific back muscles you need. You don't want to injure yourself. Don't do autofellatio. You know, very dangerous thing to do. It takes a lot of training. Do not do it. Go get a fleshlight like a normal person, okay? Or be like me and treat it like a, you know, treat it like a VV. You know, I treat my PP like a VV, okay? Because I got big VV energy and I got big PP energy, okay? Woo! But I will have VV energy only. I don't have VV energy just yet. I have VV energy, but I don't have a VV yet. Obviously, BP and VV energy are going to be inside of you. It's not a, you know, PP and VV energy are not, you know, like based on your body. You know, those are inside of you. You measure those with your heart, okay? Okay, so, you know, no, really, seriously though. You know, you can have a PP and have VV energy. You could have a VV and have PP energy. Or you could have a VV and have VV and PP energy. Everybody should have big PP energy, okay? You gotta go. You don't want to be like, you know, like, oh, I guess I can let you take advantage of my good nature and you're gonna like take all my money away from me because I like forgot to read a contract. I don't know. Next level, Ru. Tsugi no level. Start. Okay, so always start off with a freaking rock and roll, because we're rock and rolling, you know. Yeah, probably like want to start with the big attacks first, because this takes like 5 turns. So it's like use those first, except for the healing. You on that one, because otherwise, kind of damage waste. Just get that big unit first. And here, I can finish this off with regular attacks. And here we go, I can hit the center unit with Advent of the Goddess. Then I think I want to take off these, yeah. I didn't use that until it's worth it, you know? You're always worth it, Rebecca. That's not what I meant, okay? I mean, thank you, but that's not what I meant. Oh, you're always worth it, Rebecca. It's like, come on, no, I'm talking about the game, okay? Okay, so with this move, I think I'm gonna test this. If you target the center one, because these are kind of like, if I target the center one, it won't attack all three. So if I use this judgment here, it'll attack all three of them. If you use them on the front ones first. And then here we go with another rock and roll. No need to use the other attack. No need to heal just yet. Poetry.
Warning, and get ready for the battle.
Consuela. Bendy memes for tendy teens. What the fuck, dude? It's kind of a weird champ name, but whatever. I don't think it breaks TOS. Okay, how about we go here, do a heal here, and how about we oh yeah, we need to focus on the boss. Let's go. Bing bong. That was only 133. I mean, 1.33k. Come on. 1.3k. That's no good. Okay. So yeah, with this boss, I think it's better. Completely focus on the center, unless you're using Drew's ability, but he's dead! Oh my god! Ah. I mean, at least the music's good, that's what matters. Except I defeated. I got bullied. Okay, let's... I don't think I'm ready for that just yet. Let's see, do I get any free spins? Oh, I do have one spin. Okay. I don't know if that even affects anything, but maybe it does. So it's not a spin, it's like a... Oh, I got Berenice. Cat girls. And what's all these other things? We got trials. What are these? What are these? What are these? Ritual miracle. Let's just see what's going on here. Oh, that's the trials. We're not quite ready for that yet, so let's continue with the story. We're skipping story, so no spoilers for people.
Hold on.
Yeah, maybe I can switch out. See what she does. Like, I don't really like this, like... Because, you know, those moves are don't really seem to be very useful. That character has. Okay, rock and roll, everybody. Oh god, doing damage right from the get-go. Jeez. Okay, what does she do? Moon dance. A shield! That's good. That's cool. 3 times.
Just a scratch.
Just a scratch. Just a scratch. How about we get some healing in there? Okay. Okay, so attack this one first, then it'll AoE the other ones.
Take your rest.
KO! You are the wiener!
Your order is my priority.
Victory! Ooh, getting some loot here.
Who's that?
Woo! Woo! Okie dokie. Let's rock and roll. Oops, that's the wrong move. What does this do? I don't really need the shield. So let's attack this one with the instant combo. Don't really need to use rock and roll at this point. Oops, I didn't need to do that. Could use regular attack. And here we go. She uses like a potion as an attack. It's crazy. And she punches, I think. Bing bong!
Your order is my priority.
Yeah, these are good for just like farming. So we got our activity. Still learning Bernice.
Just a scratch.
It's starting to cool down outside, so I'm just like turn the air conditioning back on just to get the temp down. Yeah, that's probably my strongest move. Is Drew has that. He's the DD, it looks like. Okay, I can just... Oh, by the way, we're gonna do a makeup vid pretty soon. Not really, but I want to try out Not really. One of these streams I want to like, I've never actually like, this is some cheap ass nail polish. I got a crystal nail file. That's pretty badass, and I'm gonna like, you know, cause I haven't really been taking care too much of like my, nails. And I've never really experimented with my nails too much. Didn't really seem like a high priority to me. You know, stuff like that's kind of not a very high priority. Makeup and stuff like that, you know, beauty is more important than cosmetics. Beauty is more like taking care of your skin and hair and body and all that. Like eating healthy, you know, eating vegetables, keeping your skin clean and, you know, free of dirt, keeping everything like nice and like, if you use products, there should probably be like more, like not super like heavy products, should be like more like just light products or more natural products. Like if I want my skin to heal better, for sure, but also if I really want my skin to kind of like deep moisturize, I use Jamaican black castor oil. It's really good for your skin and hair. You don't want to really put it in your hair. A lot of people will put it in their hair. I'm still recovering from some issues. I'm almost there. But what happens is that Jamaican black castor oil, it fuses your hair together a little bit. Over time, it could get really bad and you have to like shave your head off. And it's like it would turn it into dreadlocks. And you don't want that, you know, unless you really want dreadlocks. But then there's a special, you don't just like let dreadlocks happen naturally. It can be really nasty. There's like ways to do it, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to do dreadlocks, okay? Like that's like kind of appropriating, you know? Like, I don't think it looks good on white people anyway. But that's just my opinion. Okay, so. Have I done a rock and roll yet?
Not an arrow wasted.
Hi, Cubby. What's up, buddy? I like your profile picture. Pretty cool. Little cat. Okay. I think center unit. I could also do some healing.
I hope my voice doesn't mesmerize you too much.
I hope my voice doesn't mesmerize you too much. Okay, let's do a big attack on the right unit. Deleted. Anyone could get it. Can you rock the dreadlock? Yeah, if you can. Yeah, that's the question. Just like I think people, you know, I actually like was wondering whether or not it's offensive for non-Muslims to wear a hijab. I actually read up on it. There's a bunch of articles written by Muslim women who kind of advocate like, hey, like it's a piece of fashion, you know, whether it's like spiritual for you or not, that's something else. Like, you know, and you know, it's like, so what I've heard, you know, from Googling and listening to a lot of Muslim people is, you know, it's just like, it's a fashion. That's not part of the religion. That's like a part of, like, it's just like a headscarf. And you know, obviously there's more religious ways to wear it. You don't have to wear it religiously. You know, there's been some advancements in women's rights in you know, in some Muslim countries, and because or you know, I don't know. I think a lot of people fly kind of come over to like the U.S. Because or other countries because like sometimes it's a lot limiting. But I don't really know too much about that. You probably have to ask like Hassan about that. Okay, the leg. I don't know why I still had my. I need to turn that off. forgot to turn off the Rainwave game radio. OC remix. Okay, so let's go back to the map. Or I should have gone home. I think.
Disliked excerpts rated.
No, I'm not buying it. See how they get you? It seems so easy, right? Oh, it's only 99 cents. And then it's like they have like 3,000 characters that they have. Oh, but I get instant rewards. No, seriously, this is good. 99 cents, good. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. At least it doesn't tell you the visa. Yeah, I bought it. Buys it. See how they get ya? See, now it's $4.99 if you want to power her up. See how they get ya? They give you a little preview and then they raise up the price. Like Homer Simpson with the cookie.
You're listening to Dislike X Hertz Radio.
Yeah, see, like, welcome pack, $9.99. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. That was a good, 99 cents, that was a good deal, though. Honestly, like, out of anything else, like, 99 cents for a free game, that's not a deal. I typically, if I want to spend, like, I feel like the minimum, like, at least if I get a free game and I feel like I actually want to buy something, I have a limit of, like, maybe, like $10 or something, because, like, usually if it's a pay, like if you buy the game, usually those are like $4.99 or something like that. So it's basically like you bought the game that way. Everything else, like, I don't really see any reason to like buy stuff. I could just, grind the frickin' spins. I don't have any right now. Esper Ripples? I guess I can farm those too. Yeah, it's a gacha game for sure. Because it gotcha. No, it's fine though, as long as I think it's important. And this is what I think about as far as like microtransactions in like mobile games. I think there should be spending limits, especially games that are targeted towards kids. Like, I mean, it's one thing if like, because then it's like, hey mom, like, could you get me this game, like, and give me like a 20, because then the parents can approve, like, okay, it's a $20 a month limit. They don't let you buy more. Okay, like that should be a thing. I think that's a good compromise. Like, give like a $20 a month limit for everybody. Because then it's like, I think like if you're gonna, I don't know, that's kind of weird too. I don't know. Because then it's like, what if you don't buy anything? Then it's like all the people at $20 like, oh, well, it's only $20. Like, I mean, $20 a month. I mean, I don't know, maybe like $14 if it's like a game that's like really like people are. Like, it has a lot of value. If it has like I mean, I guess you wouldn't make a game if you didn't believe it had value. But I guess, like $15 a month is like a, like a WoW or like, membership. I think like somewhere between like $10 to $20 a month isn't terrible for like microtransactions. But like when it has like no limit, when it's like you could just be spending like $10,000 a month, Yeah. And so many warnings, and also like, it obviously parents should, in the end of the day, parents should be the ones in charge. Like, you shouldn't let your kid, I mean, if you are gonna give your, what you can do, and I think education is the real answer, because you could change things through legislation, and maybe Asmon will get some, progress on that. Who knows? Getting those, those are real conservative values. Those are the conservative values that I think America should start focusing on, instead of the ones that just, infringe upon human rights. I really do think that, like, there's nothing wrong with conservative ideas, as long as it's like, like limiting companies from targeting kids. There's a compromise. You could still make their games, but maybe like make it, so it's like there's a spending limit. That's for kids games at least. That seems like a reasonable compromise, doesn't it? Like it'd be one thing if like just completely get rid of microtransactions. That's ridiculous. That's a whole business model. In the end of the day, it is the person's responsibility, but when it's targeted towards kids and they make it so easy, I feel like it should be made a lot harder for kids games, and the parents should have, there should be some way for the parents to have to approve each purchase. Because it's like, I don't know. In the end of the day, like education is the real answer, because if you just tell parents like, hey, why don't you just go get a prepaid Visa or something like that and just put a certain amount of money in it each month, and that's the only thing they can ever use. That's obviously the real answer, is educating parents on how to about these things. Because a lot of parents, they just give their kids a phone and they're just like, okay, whatever. So I think like there should be some more tools like built in, but at the same time, I think educating people is the real answer. It's the biggest fight. For example, the biggest fight I have, at least at least I'm a part of, not like the whole trans rights thing. I have a lot of stake in the issue because I'm trans, but at the same time, I think in the end of the day, the real challenge, like the non-pay-to-win challenge, because it's one thing to get like legislation in government, which is sadly pay-to-win right now, basically pay-to-win, like completely pay-to-win, like the world governments are pay-to-win, like you basically just lobby behind them and you get them votes and stuff like that, but at the same time, oh yeah, Fortnite came across like a problem because kids could just buy the stuff and it would just automatically charge it or something like that. I think I remember that. But just like educating people is always the only thing that we can really do. We could advocate for like legal change. We could do that. But I think educating ourselves and educating others, that's the most powerful, because honestly, if every single person on the planet was like educated about certain issues and not in a way where it's like indoctrinating or whatever, but like, just basic things like, hey, like, by the way, here's some things that you may have heard misinformation about. Well, here's some, trusted source, and, we can provide you a training and maybe provide rewards. Like maybe like, what you really want to do if you like, I think somebody said this about the COVID vaccine. If you want the American people to take the COVID vaccine, you don't have to like do anything except just enter them in the chance to win $1 million. Because Americans like to buy lottery tickets and stuff. Because it's, why? Is because this country is broken. And if you don't, and the only thing that gives you hope is that maybe you'll win the lottery or something. It's like, that's the reason why Americans are so addicted to things like gambling. Because they're like, oh, if I pull this slot, maybe I'll 10x my paycheck. And what happens is they lose their entire paycheck and their family goes hungry. They lose their kids. They lose their house. They lose their neighbor's house. They lose their neighbor's kid's house. What's in the plaza? See, this is what I get a monthly card. We're not going there, ever. Drop the beat. There's no events. What the heck? We got a new Esper. That new Esper, I'm gonna put her on my team. Oh, she is on my. Oh, you set up this squad before you start. Oh, it's very pretty.
Can bring any summer to life.
She's got like this flower, like silk, like kind of like transparent, like on their trans colors. Every company is going woke. I'm not woke. Every company is going virtual signaling. I am so. I mean, it's great. You know what it does? It reminds people that we exist, but they already know that. But it's also kind of a cool thing because it's like companies saying like, hey, like, I kind of think it is important, at least for trans rights. Because right now, people just need to realize that we're here to stay. Like, you can't erase us. That's the biggest thing. And I think it's a little different for trans issues. I think I'm trying to be a part of the change socially for trans people ourselves. Because I think, especially on the internet, trans people are batshit insane. They need to fucking get a life, and they need to realize, how to use basic logic and not just cancel or try to cancel all like the biggest allies that we have. There's a lot of trans people completely cancel Destiny or try to cancel Destiny, Vosh, Hassan, 3 of our biggest allies, spoken from like somebody who truly like like listens to what they have to say about the issues instead of just doing ad hominem attacks because they don't like how Hassan doesn't want to be completely anarchist or whatever. Like come on, like what the fuck? Knowledge is the real power. But no, it's kind of ridiculous how so many trans people out there, you know, especially on the internet, like on Twitter and stuff, are like going up in total arms against the 3 people who are doing the most significant efforts to educate the public on trans issues. Out of anybody. Even like actual political campaigns. Like, I feel like the biggest change for trans rights is happening right here on Twitch. And it's like you got Hassan and Destiny got banned, which I don't think he should have. He was literally doing like a neutral like discussion about like you know, because the actual stuff, because the actual science about trans women in sports is you know, it is very like, it should be unbiased. However, I do think there's a big important part that should be made clear here, is that if you use rhetoric like that, it gives fuel to anti-trans people because it confirms their fears, like, or whatever. I don't know what it does, but I forgot what I was saying. Anyway, let's get back to the game. Do I have any new relics?
They're in range. They're in range. We're here to do one.
My cords can.
We're here to do one.
Oh, I do. Wait, are they like sets?
We're here to do.
If I hadn't...
Wait.
Look.
Let's just give.
They're in range. We're here to do.
We're gonna get. Everyone's gonna be fully equipped
My
eventually,
course.
so I don't really. No, see, this is why the gacha game thing, it doesn't really make sense, because as soon as you get a good item, there's like infinitely new items they can add. My dad really fell for microtransactions, and actually I feel I basically feel like my dad is unreachable. I feel like my dad is unreachable at this point. I don't think I can help him. You know, I don't think anyone can help him. He's gone so far into microtransaction hell that he's just like, he'll like spend like $200 to like heal up one of his ships in Battle Pirates. Battle Pirates, for example, you know, by the way, is like unplayable without buying microtransactions. I really think there's a lot of microtransaction games out there that a lot of people don't really realize. People were making fun of like, I think Diablo Immortal was like, I think that's the first time. I feel like Blizzard was specifically targeting streamers. Like, I think they finally decided, you know what? Let's make a gacha game that's targeting the streamers' wallets, and they just like 100x'd the cost of everything. And then the streamers are losing all their money now.
A calm ocean conceals a symphony of sound.
Yeah, you know, mind over matter, okay? Like, no matter what you do, whether it's a substance abuse, whether it's video games, whether it's sex or anything like that, because sex is healthy if it's done in a healthy way. Sex can be very toxic if it's done if you're basically replacing it with your personal. You know, you got to learn how to love yourself first, you know? If you can't feel good by yourself, why would you feel good with someone else? Right? You got to be happy by yourself. You got to be happy to, like, you know, obviously it's sad when you don't have a partner, you know, but at the same time, you're really, unless you can make yourself happy, like sexually, you know, it's unless you can take care of yourself that way, like, it's no amount of like sex or porn or anything is ever going to help. And I know this from experience as somebody who is a autistic person, and that happens to be one of my self-soothing. That's one of my self-soothing behaviors. However, that's why I am on social media platforms. Okay, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you gonna love somebody else? Exactly. How the hell? What's the deal with MTX?
A symphony of sound.
People just grabbing phones, clicking on the button, buying it. That's crazy. What are they doing? Why don't you go play chess or something? Oh my goodness. Okay. So yeah, I don't think there's any shame. I don't think it's fair to blame the streamers. I don't think it's fair to you know, obviously there's some people who really like kind of take a predatory approach to it. Things like especially like things like slots. Like, I think there should be a compromise for slots. I think there should, like, the Twitch category should only approve specific slot sites and only sites that, like, are like, the least predatory, you know, towards, like, people, you know. But then again, like, you know, it's like, it's one of those things. Some people are, you know, it's very controversial. Some people are, like, totally for, you know, just allowing people to do whatever they want, you know, like Elon Musk. But then it's like, if you allow everyone to just do whatever they want, there's going to be people in there, bad actors, who are going to take advantage of that. And it basically turns into the same thing. Like, if you go too far to the right or too far to the left, they're exactly the same. Like, people who are complete, like, total liberal anarchists, if you allow that, the people with the power and the guns and all that kind of stuff, that, you know, the people with all the weapons and all the food supply, all the water, those and all the, you know, all the resources, the person with all the resources is going to be the person in power. And so it's like, if you go too liberal to anarchy, you get fascism. If you go too far right to big, you know, government controlling everything, you know, like, I mean, that's like liberal. But then if you go pure anarchy, that's like, I think that's like the very end. Now, if you're very conservative, if you're too conservative, nobody can have any fun. Like, if you say, oh, our government believes that people shouldn't have sex, so we're gonna get rid of contraception so that people are more likely to get pregnant. Like, come on. And if they do get pregnant, they can't even use it. If they do get pregnant, they can't even, like, you know, have the choice to have the baby or not. Because they're so conservative, they want to control everybody's morals. They want to control it, what you can and can't do. Like, they're like, oh, well, we can't let you have too much. We can't let you just, you know, drive your car. You know, it makes sense if we have, like, driver's license, right? That is a conservative idea. Seatbelts, that is a conservative idea. So some conservative ideas are good, okay? And also some liberal ideas are bad, and some are, you know, are good, and some are very bad, okay? When you start using morality, like, you're basically becoming a cult leader. And so the only real way to, like, you know, push an agenda is if it's a neutral agenda, like an agenda that helps everybody. Like, if your agenda is that only white people should exist, that's not a good agenda, okay? That's terrorism. That's a hate group, okay? A lot of money for a mobile game, microtransaction addictions. Yeah, it is. My dad doesn't play a mobile game. It's a computer game. I helped him pick out a new PC. He wanted to get, like, a cheaper one, like a laptop. And I'm like, Dad, your game uses so much resources for some reason for a browser game. There's no desktop client. Like, for a browser game, his game sure does take a lot of, like a lot of freaking resources. His old computer, like, could barely run it. I helped him pick out, like, a decent PC. His game's running perfectly now, and he's a lot happier. I don't know if he's really going too crazy with the MTX recently, but I know that, like, a few years ago, for sure, he was, like, sometimes he would do, like, $200 a night, you know? Yeah, so, like, you know, addictions ruin lives, you guys. But that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with the games. And, you know, as long as there's no restrictions, though, certain companies are potentially going to take advantage of it. Some companies are more ethical than others. But, you know, there's going to be companies that completely take advantage of people's ability to, like, cycle. Like, they actually have studies that, like, you know, apparently, I can't back this up. You know, I haven't really dived into this. You'd have to ask someone like Asmongold, who has probably spent, like, years researching this. So you'd probably have to go to his channel to go ask him about that, because I'm not very intelligent. You can ask me about trans stuff. or autistic stuff, or music stuff, or I guess I'm slowly getting into like makeup and fashion, but right now I'm just wearing like athletic wear because I'm trying to get in shape. I'm powering up. I'm leveling up. I got to be as powerful as possible in November because I'm going to be on the surgery table for like over 5 hours. Okay? I don't want to die. I don't think I'm going to die. The doctors and the nurse were like very like kind of dismissive of that concern. I'm super healthy. And even people who go under for surgery, some people come out of surgery okay, but I think a lot of the complications are probably because people like smoke cigarettes, or they have some kind of heart condition, or they have like way too much, like, I don't know, they have like some kind of unhealthy lifestyle. Most people in the United States do. I'm not perfect, but at least I'm trying to go in the direction of because I need a healthy body in order to have a happy life, because I feel miserable when I'm not in shape. The reason I got a standing desk in the first place, like so that I can, be more used to using these back muscles, which are really bad, which I'm actually seeing an osteopath soon for. Asmal got that info from others. I think he spends his time playing. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I wouldn't assume that about people. He was gonna go to law school. Like, I think he's starting to get into it. Like he watched the Amber Heard stuff. I think he's talked about it before. He's talked about he's always, he was gonna go to law school. And you see a lot of people who are super successful earlier in life, they'll usually kind of ride that for a while. And you notice a lot of people when they get a bit older, then it's like now that you have like the freedom of like not having to worry financially, it's like you go back to the roots. We're always human. If you take away the things that we are trying to survive with, there's things that aren't pay to win. Mental health, your body's like your mental and physical and spiritual health, especially spiritual health. Mental and spiritual health, and spiritual doesn't mean religious. Spiritual is just like your personal, like your soul or whatever, like your identity, like what your relationship with the universe is. God is a specific subset of that idea in various, especially like in Abrahamic religions. I feel like Asmund does just wants to game, but he ends up doing what I do, which he gets tilted on subjects, and then he like starts like speaking his mind about it. But then I don't know. I've noticed that like over the years he learned some things. I still don't know what his take. I still don't know how he feels. True, like I don't know how anyone truly feels. Honestly, all these you can only listen to what they say. There's a fear of mine, that there's a lot of people that I highly respect that might actually be, who know. And this is the problem with transphobia, is that we don't have the luxury of trying to, of canceling people in our minds. When people say cancel, I think what they really mean is they already canceled the person in their mind before they even give them a chance. In my opinion, that's what canceling actually means. And I think that's the stupidest thing ever. Because as soon as you start like limiting yourself to information, there's certain things obviously, like if you don't want to read some manifesto from some crazy terrorist that, and like, oh yeah, let's see what that person has to say. Maybe I can learn from it. I mean, obviously, the people who deal with that are like the law enforcement people, that's their job, like the FBI. That takes a lot of psychological, imagine your entire job is like dealing with the like absolute most like gruesome things in the world, having to look at like so many terrible things. But obviously you never really know like what someone truly believes. However, with someone like Asmund, he's very vocal about what he thinks. However, I think a lot of people jump on him too fast because I think he just kind of just riffs off of things. And I think I've kind of noticed that he kind of adjusts over time. I used to think he was super toxic, and I found out like I don't know. I don't want to go down that path. Okay, you guys just stop canceling people in your own minds. That's really, because once you start saying la 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 la, I'm not hearing what you say, la la la. Like, come on, like. But I don't think trans people. I don't think we have that luxury. I can't cancel somebody because if I do, well, I'm one person and they have like 99% of the rest of the demographic. Like, I can't cancel Asmongold. First of all, it's not possible. But what I mean is like, let's say you could. It's like if you rallied up like 1 million people to like completely boycott Asmund, or whatever. Like that's ridiculous. Like, shouldn't we be like talking to people and working with people and helping us understand each other? There's a point where you can't understand people anymore. Like where it's just like somebody's too far gone. And, you can't find that out unless you at least try. Like, say, like, I can usually tell if somebody's going to be a problem in my chat, for example, based on, like, what they say when they first join, usually. However, I try to give them a bit of a chance.
You're listening to Dislight X Hertz Radio.
Dislight X Hertz Radio.
Need more booba in the shot. Okay. Yeah, you know what? The whole thing about over-sexualization, too. Some people want you to look. Some people, like, I like sharing my body sometimes. Sometimes I cover up. Sometimes I don't. Okay? Like, there's so many people out there chasing after women, particularly. There's people who chase men, too, but I think the biggest issue to focus on is... There seems to be a bigger issue, like, with men chasing women than there is women chasing men. Although there are some crazy girls out there, okay? Do not underestimate the power of a crazy lady. Crazy stalker ladies exist, okay? What was I saying? Is that stop chasing the women who keep telling you no, and won't you come to those of us who say yes? Like I want to get laid, obviously with consent, but like, just ask. You know? I mean, if you were direct about it, I'd probably laugh a little bit, like kind of as a knee-jerk reaction, but I mean, come on, shoot your shot, But don't get attached. If somebody says no, there's so many people out there. You don't need to be with that person you're attracted to. It's like it's like these people who are like very parasocial. There's a very rare amount of people, like the thing going on with Arent's stalker. That happened and the person got deported and all that, thankfully she's okay. But the thing is that's a real problem, but people start to blame the content creators. It's like, no, the vast majority of people, they might be some people might be a little cringe, super koomery, super koomy, but there's a difference between being koomy and being a stalker. And so the stalker people are very rare. And so I think it's ridiculous to shame women for doing their work. And, sex work is work, as much as people like to think it's not. And just in that same vein, the streamers who make a living off of it, they earned it, and that's work too. Okay, so what is work? Literally doing something so that you can earn a living or contribute to society. If you change your definition. Because what if a living was guaranteed? Well, then why would we work? Well, then you change your definition of why you work. You work so that you can benefit society. Because it'll benefit you. If that makes any sense. I don't, obviously you can't really just make some magical, government or whatever. You can't do that. I don't know why these people on the internet think that we can magically just eat the rich or whatever the fuck they think. That wouldn't solve anything because they're going to be replaced. And in my opinion, I feel like we need to talk about ideas and not just try to boycott everything. Certain things should be boycotted. Any company that is fueled by hate groups or something like that, those should all be illegal. They should be held accountable. And Bernie Sanders is actually campaigning on that. He's trying to get these people to be held accountable. These billionaires paying barely any taxes or zero taxes. While people are basically struggling just to get basic food and shelter. It's ridiculous. Like, we don't live in the same world we lived in the 60s. Like, I'm sorry, boomers. That ship has sailed. Okay, we live in a crazy world where we're gonna have like robots doing everything. We're gonna go into outer space. We're gonna get like crazy like new discoveries about like science and technology and medicine and all that kind of stuff. And it's like all you care about is like trying to live in the past. Like, no, like we gotta change things. And it's a bit bumpy right now, and it's kind of scary. But you know, I'm just trying to live my life the best I can with the time I have. And you know, sometimes, you know, especially during the pandemic, and especially even if it wasn't the pandemic, I'm having a very hard time, you know, trying to navigate the world right now, where I am in a very specific spiritual and medical journey. That has already been 3 years in the making, if not, well, actually it's been like 17 years really. But like, you know, as soon as I started, like, taken 3 years to get to the point now, and I'm not going to be over for like at least another year, maybe a year and a half. And so like, I have a surgery in November, and then I have a surgery hopefully next summer. And then I'm done with surgeries. Thank fucking God. Holy shit. I know I need this, and I'm really excited. I'm really happy. I'm really excited to... Obviously, okay, like... It's really hard to explain dysphoria sometimes. I know it's personal, but like, genital dysphoria can, you know, for different people can mean different things. And it fluctuates, you know, from time to time. Because like, if I'm... Let me dim this. Oops. Oh, is there like a shortcut to dim the screen? Wow, we've gone 3 hours? What the heck? How did 3 hours pass? How did 3 hours pass? This is what happens when I start talking. And if I start talking, hours go by. And I absolutely do not stop talking. Why do you think I got a microphone in the first place? Okay? But unfortunately, it's such a competitive market, you know? I don't know if it's ever going to work out. Maybe. Maybe something will work out. I don't know. I'm sure my OnlyFans will work out. I haven't been working on it. Like I said, I'm not trying to earn money right now. I'm trying to just trying to build some kind of like steady growth. I'm not really trying to monetize unless, like, you can't just monetize, go from 0 to 100, okay? Like, it's like you have to like gradually grind it out, and it's very uncertain, which is kind of what scares me, because if I earn more than like $1,400 a month, I'm going to lose my safety net. I'm going to lose my SSI. And if I also, and if I lose my SSI, well, if I make over $1,400 a month, actually specifically, like, I mean, I lose my SSI, but I lose my medical insurance, and that would kill me. I mean, it wouldn't, because I would find whatever means possible to try to get there, because this is the #1 thing in my life. I don't have any goal whatsoever right now besides getting my vagina, okay? So I don't think people really understand sometimes. Some people, it's about appearances. For me, I learned how to appreciate that part of my body in a way that kind of helps me cope with it. Because I understand it is the same flesh. Like, it's the same tissue. It's just in a different shape. And so, you know, the doctor's gonna reconstruct it and put it into where it should be. And so that's why it's like, if I hate that part of my body, then I also hate my vagina. And so that's kind of how I cope with it. Most people, yeah, only like the top like 1% do. But I was doing pretty well.
You're listening to
I was doing pretty well when I was like and I just started it too. Like I was doing really well. And I barely did any of my camming work. That was really good to get new fans. Oh my god. But it's hard work, and it's also it really is. I mean, like 8 hours of doing that activity a day. Think about it. Think about it. That's why it takes a lot of endurance. Okay, like I'm just gonna say that right now. You don't have to always be doing something, but you know, just like Twitch streaming, you don't have to always be talking. Like, I mean, who cares? Like sometimes you're gonna lose a few viewers. You know, it's like I look at the big picture. You know, it's like, you know, I could make like $300 a show, like right now. But if I did, I would be like putting myself through so much work, and if as soon as I stopped the work, I would stop earning money. And so it's like I would have to be able to maintain that for a very long time to make sure that I had repeat customers who would subscribe to my OnlyFans and stuff like that. Like, there's a whole thing about that. It's really fucking tough. No matter what you do in life, it's gonna be fucking tough. Okay, if you have an easy job, quote unquote, you might have some other issues in your life that are you know, because that might be preventing you from doing things, or you know, there's always something. You know, you make more money. Well, in order to make that more money, you have to make sacrifices. You know, so do you really want to make more than 100K a year, or do you have a reason to make $1 million a year? And I kind of have a reason to make a lot of money because I would like to donate back to my clinic, you know, who's helped save my life, so that they can help other people, especially the youth, who don't have the resource, who don't have like that many people looking out for them. You know, there's people out there, like especially like the Trevor Project, you know, and also like Rise Above the Disorder for general mental health. Rise Above the Disorder's mission is to connect people who can't afford therapy to be able to go to therapy. And I feel like that will help everyone. If that's AOE healing right there. If we can heal all the people out there that are hurting trans people, we won't need as much resources put into Trevor Project. But I feel like if I ever made like millions of dollars, like if I like wrote some like best-selling like life story, not like book or memoir or whatever, and I like toured the country and like did book signings and all that kind of stuff, and that like spent like 14 hours a day, like constantly working for like an entire year or something like that, and then you write another book and you don't do that again. You just ride off the initial clout. Like you phone it in on the second one. You just write the book and place it on Amazon. You don't even send it to a publisher. At that point, you're like, oh well, I already got them, so. No, I mean, it's no matter what you do in life, you know, there's always going to be some kind of scale. And I feel like we should stop comparing we should stop thinking that we're different than other people. Because you could be in that person's shoes. People like constantly like complain about like top tier streamers because they're like, oh well, all they do is play video games all day. Me. Start streaming then. Do what I'm doing. You know, this is not easy, because this is the same thing. You know, obviously it's not the same thing, but if I had like, whether or not you have 0 viewers or, you know, you still have the same amount of time in the day. And you still have the same amount of actions that you want to do. And yeah, the top tier streamers got there for a reason. They have a lot more content options. It might be a little bit easier for them to just throw like a dart at a board and say like, okay, we're gonna do that today. For me, it's like, well, I don't really stream for growth. I stream for like building my life. You know, I use it for like working out. This is why, because otherwise I'll just go insane. Why do you think I talk so much? Because I want to get it out. Okay, and I want to process it. I don't want to just let it sit there and do self-math. You know, like when you start using your logic to connect dots in your own brain without any outside information, you get into this like this loop that you can't really escape out of. I don't think. Where you're just like you're your own echo chamber if you're doing that. And I think it's really important to work with other people. I don't think anyone should be completely isolated. Maybe there's some people who can handle that. They have some kind of like neurodivergence that was like they just completely want to be isolated in a tiny room. You know, maybe someone like that would be happy in this house. You know, I need lots of room and lots of space. I need to be able to run around. You know, I want to go like see green. I want to go see nature. I want to spend time with people I care about. You know, these kind of things, like, you know, going hiking with my friends, like the best thing ever. Like, I love hiking with my friends. Like, we haven't gone in a while. Things have been really tough for my friends as well. I've been going through a tough time. My friends have gone through a tough time too. You know, dealing with, you know, stressful jobs, raising kids. At least I don't have kids. I have a different kind of kid, okay? I just have a different kind of story. Okay, like some people do the career grind. I'm doing the career grind. Some people do the kid grind. And some people are just burnouts. Okay, that's a grind too, by the way. Because if you're a burnout, you're probably going to end up very homeless, addicted to drugs. Like, come on, like, they're all a grind. Okay, nothing is easier than something else. You always make sacrifices anytime you do something. If you earn more money, well, you have to work harder for that money. It gives you more responsibilities. It might give you more pressure. You know, there's people counting on you because, you know, you're earning that much money. Then they expect you to you know, get their money's worth or whatever. And obviously in something like streaming, like, fuck those people. You know, like, like, you know, it's like, yeah, you lose some viewers, you know, ban them, whatever. Like, why do you want those people in your life? They're just the most toxic, like, blood-sucking people. Why are you trying to cater to those, you know, instead of the people who actually care about the community? And I feel like that's important. And I feel like a lot of the streamers have been kind of trying, steering that direction the past couple of years. I've noticed, at least. But no, I was making some very steady progress on OF. Like, very steady progress. Sadly, I don't know if I'll be able to continue my SW career after surgery, just because I don't think people are going to be into it. Like, but it's what I need. It might ruin my career, although my one of my you know, one of my former mental health workers reminded me, you know, people like vaginas too, right? you knew that, right? And it's like, well, yeah, but I don't know, I have a trans body type. And when people go to websites to look for trans people, they're specifically looking for chicks with dicks, okay? They want girl dick. And when when my girl dick becomes a vagina, they're going to probably not like it as much. And I'm gonna lose a lot of viewers. But I'm gonna gain viewers too, people who actually respect me. You know, that's what matters. Because if people say, oh, I missed the 2022 Rebecca. What happened to her? She had a girl dick. Like, well, I'm sorry, that's never gonna come. After I get my surgery, that's never gonna happen again. But besides that, like, do you, like, you claim to, like, love me or whatever? You can't love somebody that you, like parasocial bullshit. Like, they like claim to, like, care about you and respect you, but then they, like, undermine the things that make you who you are. It doesn't make any sense to me. If you truly respect someone, you should just kind of stay in your own lane and let them do their thing. And, you know, just enjoy it. They're entertainers. Okay, the top streamers, they're entertainers. Okay, like, you don't have to watch. In fact, I don't even really watch. I sometimes pop into streams just to, like, say hi to the chat and see what streamers are doing at that moment. But I usually go back later to YouTube to, like, catch up on, like, the highlights. Or I go on, like, LSF or whatever. You know, I don't want to judge someone who has, you know, I have a lot of time in my hands, but, you know, some people choose to use that time just to, like, kind of, you know, tune out of the world. You know, it is twitch.tv. Okay, it is television. Some people use television. I did as a kid. I watched television, like, as soon as I got home, turned on the TV, watched, like, Pokemon and Aladdin and, like, Gargoyles. You know, I watched TV, like, until, like the evening. Really, I missed homework because of it. Yeah, there's a lot of issues associated with TV, but that's because of some various issues in my family that, you know, hopefully other families might not have. I would hope so. But yeah, on my second month, like by my third month, I was making $60 a month. On that site alone. And on the other site, the one that requires you to be live because people don't give you money in between, maybe if you have like 1 million followers or something, like people just like give you, give you donations like when you're not even live. Like on my other platform, like I can make like, sometimes like I can make like $150 like a day or $300 if I really freaking grind it and I get lucky. But sometimes I only make like $2 to $3 a session. But it's not really about that. It's more of I do things that I do because I want to do them. I'm not, I have the option to turn off my stream, but I usually don't. I usually start streaming because it gives me a space where I can just kind of document a lot of things that I normally wouldn't be able to talk about because I don't have anyone to talk to. And I know that it's not the same as spending time with my friends, and that's a good thing. Okay, you should not want to, the people that you see as streamers, that's not them. That's like you can, even depending on the streamer, it could be like a version of them. But it's still, like, people know that they're on camera and they know that they're trying to entertain you. And sometimes people get a little bit more intimate and share details. But in the end of the day, that person knows that they're presenting information to an audience. And so, like, you shouldn't want to be friends with famous people. You should, I personally want to work with them. I don't know about friends. That's something else entirely. But at the same time, like, I don't know, it's like, I like spending time with my real friends because I've known them longer and they're very special to me. And I feel like more people should it's like if you're on Twitch because you want to replace friendships, like, that's not what Twitch is for. And if it is, you'll figure it out eventually, I hope. But, I used to, when I first started watching Twitch, I had a really hard time. I was going through a really hard time, first of all. Especially before I had a mental breakdown and started transitioning, because I was like, it's been 13 years of me living in denial. And then I'm like, I had a mental breakdown and I wanted to break the cycle. I'm like, this is never gonna stop, so I may as well go. It's gonna be really fucking hard. It's gonna take 4 years. And it's been 3 years, so we're almost done, okay? Hopefully there's no issues with my vaginoplasty. I really don't want there to be any more delays. Oh yeah, sorry, like, another 2-year wait list. Come on. Like, I really am praying every single day that I'm going to get this on time. Okay, like, I am so worried that, like, the doctor is gonna say, oh, well, like, it's gonna be another 2 years. I'm like, really? Like, really? Like, I really hope not. I really hope not. Fucking Christ, it's already been so long. I have been through the ringer, okay? Like, I have been through the fucking ringer. And it's just like, I'm kind of tired of being devastated. And I don't know how many more devastations I can take. But I'm gonna try to take whatever life gives me, because that, I can be strong, and I can rise above, the abuse and the pain and suffering. So
You're listening to Dislike Experts Radio.
but yeah, I have no doubt in my mind that if I really grinded, I could make a huge success on sex work. I'm really freaking good at it and I love it. So there's two things. I want to get like more work besides, like, I want to collab with people. In order to grow on OnlyFans, you have to obviously broadcast on social media, which is why you want to do camming. It kind of goes hand in hand because, people see your social media links on the top left. I put a different link for that one. They see your link, your social media links. They're like, okay, you're leaving, and they're like, oh, what do I get now? Like, what do I do in between? I want to see stuff that you're in between. It's actually like very similar, almost exactly, to streaming. The only difference is the exact content is different. That's the only thing that's different. And if anything, once I started camming, it taught me like so many things about how viewers think and like I mean, obviously it's very like kind of boiled down to a very specific thing. But you know, it's like it kind of helped me a lot with how to think about like my stream and stuff like that, because it's like it helped me understand the psychology of a viewer, you know, like understanding like why people pay money to a streamer. And you know, for that kind of work, you know, they better be giving me money. It's a lot of work, okay? Anyway, I'm gonna head out. This is a really fun game. I would like to do more streams with it. Hopefully I can get a new PC soon and we can stream, we can do some more, we can actually do some alpha testing for Immortal. And, you know, for Gates of Fire. And that would be really great because I want to be part of that alpha testing. I really want to make sure that that game gets to where it needs to be. And I could be a part of that somehow, and I could stream it and be a helpful part of the developing team. However, I do not have that PC yet, so I am just trying out this game for now. It's working, you know, it definitely works. It's on my phone, so it's like, you know, and I got a OnePlus phone, and it doesn't have as much as, I'm gonna close it. It doesn't have as much as like the overheating issues as my iPhone does. It does overheat, especially while playing the game. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by. Bye-bye.